Hi, today I'm gonna make some French toast. I do hope you enjoy making it.
First, let's make sure that we have all the cooking utensils. We'll need 2 baking dishes. I'll be using glass baking dishes, but you can use metal baking dishes. A bottle opener, spoons, knives, a cutting board, a blender, a medium bowl, and 2 small bowls. What about the ingredients? You need a loaf of bread for French toast, okay? But if you don't buy the bread for French toast, no problem. You can use bread that you bought 1 or 2 days ago. Então, se você não tiver comprado o pão de rabanada, não tem problema. Você pode usar um pão que você comprou 1 ou 2 dias atrás, okay? So, you also need butter, sugar, powdered cinnamon, 3 eggs, a small bottle of coconut milk. It's about 200 milliliters. A can of condensed milk. A can of condensed milk. Okay? And milk. To start off, we have to slice the bread diagonally. Now that you've already sliced the bread diagonally, hope no math teacher is watching it, because my diagonally cut bread is kind of weird. I don't think it's a diagonal, but anyway. Agora que a gente já cortou, já fatiou o pão em forma diagonal, we have to get the bowl, put some milk in it, okay, some milk. And I'll add a tablespoon of sugar, okay? So, tablespoon of sugar and some milk. We mix them. And now, we are gonna get the slice of bread and put the slice here. Okay, we squeeze a little bit so that's not soaked. Okay, so we get the slices and put in the milk, squeeze a little bit, and we're gonna put in a baking dish, okay? And we keep doing it until we finish. Então, agora que a gente já cortou, a gente vai colocar no leite com açúcar, que a gente misturou, vai espremer um pouquinho para não ficar encharcado e vai colocando numa travessa. A gente repete o mesmo procedimento para todos os pedaços, as fatias. One thing I failed to mention is that the slices of bread can't be thin, okay? They have to be like 2 centimeters, okay? 2 centimeters thick. Então, uma coisa que eu esqueci de mencionar é que as fatias de pão não podem ser finas, elas têm que ter aí uns 2 centímetros de largura. So, in the blender, we are going to put 1.5 liters of milk, so 1.5 liters of milk. Gosh. So, 1.5 liters, okay? We're gonna add 200 milliliters of coconut milk, condensed milk, and 3 eggs. It's too much liquid in the blender and I'm afraid it might spill over. I decided that I'm going to divide the amount of liquid, okay? I'll put some here in this kettle, okay? Só porque tem muito líquido aqui no liquidificador, eu tô com medo de esparramar para tudo quanto que é canto, eu vou dividir essa quantidade na leiteirinha aqui. Split the liquid into 2 parts, okay? So half of it is in the blender, half of it is in the kettle. Now I'm going to add the eggs. I've already washed the eggs. Então, eu já dividi em 2 partes a mistura de leite, leite de coco, leite condensado. E eu vou botar os ovos. Já lavei os ovos. So, to make sure the egg is not off, I'm going to break it in another bowl. Okay, let's check. Então, para ter certeza que o ovo não está estragado, eu vou abrir em outra tigela, ó. This egg is not off, so I'm going to add it to the mix. I'm going to break the second egg. It's not off either, então não tá estragado também. I'm going to add to the mixture. And now I'm gonna break the last one. Vou quebrar o último. Okay. Now let me add to the mixture. Now that the eggs were added, I'm going to mix the whole thing, okay? So, already blended half of it using the blender. I'm going to add part of it in the other half. Agora que eu já misturei metade no liquidificador, eu vou adicionar uma parte na outra metade que eu tinha separado. To blend everything thoroughly, I'm going to use the whisk. But if you don't have a whisk, no problem. You can use a spoon, okay? You can use the spoon, see? No problem. So I'm going to whisk the mixture a little bit. Oops, oops. Make sure you don't spill things over everything, okay? So I think that's fine. That's enough. Just to play safe, I'm going to add some of the mixture blended in the blender again. Okay, just some of it. And I'll blend everything again. So that's enough. Now I'll pour this mixture slowly here, okay, on the top of all the slices of bread, to make sure that we're gonna soak them with this mixture. Okay, but do it slowly, gently. So I'll get the other half to add more liquid here. Adding a little bit more. I'm not adding everything because we don't have much bread. So I add just a little bit more liquid here. Oops. So I'm not adding the whole thing, okay? And just to finish up this part, we have to get some butter and put on top of the bread. So okay, on top of every slice of bread, there is a piece of butter, okay? A bit of butter. So the butter is going to melt and it's going to fry, sort of speaking, the bread, okay? And the bread is going to bake as well. Então, em cima de cada pedaço de pão tem uma fatia, um pedaço, um pouco de manteiga. A manteiga vai derreter e vai fritar, mas ela também vai ficar assada. So, before we bake them, we need some aluminum foil. So we have to cover the dish with the aluminum foil. So we need to measure the size that you need, and then we cut it. Put the French toast to bake. But we have to turn on the oven. Oops. If you prefer, you can preheat the oven. A gente tem que ligar o forno, mas se você quiser, você pode pré-aquecer o forno. Então você liga o forno antes, um pouquinho antes de colocar as rabanadas, ok? So I'll just put the baking dishes here. And oops, it's heavy. And here. So we need to bake them for 30 minutes. Então a gente vai precisar assá-las por 30 minutos. After 20 minutes in the oven, the French toasts look like this. I'll put them back in the oven, but this time I won't cover them with the aluminum foil any longer. Então, depois de 20 minutos no forno, elas ficaram com este aspecto. Eu vou botá-las de volta no forno, mas dessa vez não vou cobrir com papel alumínio. So, after the 10 extra minutes, actually we had 30 minutes total, yes. So at first, I baked it for 20 minutes, then I put it back in the oven for another 10 minutes. So the French toasts look like these. So in a bowl, I'm going to mix some sugar and powdered cinnamon. Now I'm gonna sprinkle the French toast with the mix of sugar and powdered cinnamon. After sprinkling the French toasts with powdered cinnamon and sugar, okay, they look like this. Of course, they're absorbing the sugar and the powdered cinnamon, but if you want, you can still put in the oven like for 2 or 3 minutes so that the sugar will melt as well. Yes, it's going to turn into a sort of caramel. Depois de ter salpicado bastante açúcar com canela em pó sobre as rabanadas, elas ficaram com esse aspecto. Elas estão absorvendo aí o açúcar e a canela em pó. Mas se quiser, pode botar mais uns 2 minutinhos, 3 minutinhos no forno, de maneira que o açúcar vai derreter, vai ficar tipo um carameladozinho. Não deixa muito não, senão vai ressecar. Okay? So, after that, put in the fridge to cool it a bit and then enjoy the French toasts. They are just delicious. They are heaven. And as the holiday season is coming soon, why not making some French toasts? E como as festas de final de ano estão chegando, por que não fazer algumas rabanadas? Have fun with your family. Merry Christmas and Happy 2021. Depois é só colocar as rabanadas na geladeira para esfriar e aproveitar.